Boom, what is up, Vince fans, and welcome back to Nando Talk. It's time to talk some Dolphins, specifically this new era of positivity that we're heading into with new Coach Mike McDaniel. I have loved the offseason moves we have brought in. Everything is ushering this new era of positivity, and it all starts with the young coach, this young football wizard who is amassing not only a great coaching staff, but awesome talent on offense. We got, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, Tyreek freaking Hill, one of the most dynamic receivers we've seen in the NFL. So freaking fast, but he can do it all at the line of scrimmage, at running back, reversals. He can go deep. He can go across the middle. He does it all. That guy is a speed demon. Cheetah is incredible, and he only adds to the zoo in Miami because we already have Jalen Waddle, who was one of the most promising rookies last year, broke the rookie reception record, and all signs point that he's going to have a breakout year now in year two. He's going to have another 100-plus catching yards. He's going to have another 1,000-yard-plus season, double touchdowns, hopefully, and it's going to be awesome. Tyreek Hill is going to command all the attention. He is going to have a corner and a safety, two guys on him at all times, and it'll free things up for Jalen Waddle. We've seen what guys like Sammy Watkins, Mecole Hardman, Byron Pringle can do when Tyreek Hill is commanding all that attention. Let's see what a young, promising guy like Jalen Waddle can do. Some of the fastest offense in the NFL. And it's also going to free things up for our tight end, Mike Gesicki, who I love that we brought him back, albeit on the franchise tag, but I'm hoping that we bring him out to a bigger deal. So we talked about that coaching staff. We got Frank Smith at OC, who helped develop, when he was in Las Vegas with the Raiders, he helped develop Darren Waller into the guy he is today. And then we got John Embry, the 49ers tight end coach, who's now with Miami, who helped turn George Kittle into the man he is today. And I'm pumped for Gesicki. That man is going to ball out. Because Travis Kelce, before Tyreek Hill got there, was averaging 800 yards a season. Then when Tyreek got drafted, boom, bada bing, bada boom, he bumped up to 1,100, 1,200 yards. And I'm seeing that same spike for Gesicki. It's going to free things up. The safety usually has to help on the tight end, but no longer. He'll have to be covering Tyreek, which means that they'll either be putting a lower tier safety or just a corner on Mike Gesicki, and he will not be able to hang, and we're going to ball. All these weapons for Tua, because you'll also have Cedrick Wilson, who was a nice signing to be our wide receiver 3 or 4. Lynn Bowden has been looking nice. Preston Williams is still young. So many toys for Mike McDaniel to scheme up and play with. It's going to be awesome to see. Our running backs with Chase Edmonds and Raheem Mostert may not be the flashiest signings, but Mike McDaniel's got that running back eye, and I'm all in, baby. I'm all trusting. I'm all for it. We ride with it, We got an Alec Ingold, too, who's a dynamic fullback. We've all seen that little hurdle play. It was beautiful. It's ready. I'm pumped for it. We're going to be running it down. And as we saw with San Francisco last year, it doesn't really matter who's behind, who's running the ball. Whoever's got the hot hand will rock with it, and we'll roll with it, and we'll be happy with it because they will produce in that Mike McDaniel scheme. Because we finally got an offensive line, baby. We have dumped Jesse Davis. Thank God. No more. No mas, guys. Jesse Davis is gone. Poof, poof, bye-bye. And we turned it into all-pro Terron Armstead. I'm so happy for it. Yes, there's some injury concern. Hopefully he'll turn it around. And if not, 10 games with Terron Armstead is so much better than a full season with Jesse Davis. And even then, Jesse's supposed to be the backup. So, who cares? I'm happy with Terron Armstead. I'm happy with guard Connor Williams. You say he's the most penalized guy? Last year, I say he was coached by Joe Philbin. And he's going to be coached by Matt Applebaum, who's a stud offensive line coach. Yes, at center is a little shaky with Michael Dieter, but maybe we sign a guy or we go for someone in the draft. At right guard, we got Robert Hunt, who is a baller, and he's going to keep feasting, That guy has all the makings of a Pro Bowl guard. And then at right tackle, Eichenberg and Austin Jackson is a little scary, but as Hall of Famer Richmond Webb says, who he helps on Twitter Spaces all the time, shout out that legend, that Dolphins Hall of Famer legend, that man is a beast. He said that, Terron Armstead's going to be booling up and beefing up the right tackle. Whoever Terron chooses, he'll be able to mentor and show him the ropes and really help him out. And I'm for that. If a legend like that is supporting it, I'm with it. And I think that's the big take, guys. If our legends are supporting Mike McDaniel, if our current players are supporting Mike McDaniel, you should too. If they made all these moves to improve on offense and they kept QB1 Tua Tagovailoa, support him. support him because we're Dolphins fans. And you should just be excited with all these new toys, this new fancy offense, and then just hope that, hey, we'll go from the 32nd ranked offense to hopefully a mid-tier offense. From having to rely on Waddle every play to now having Tyreek and Gesicki free and Cedrick Wilson mixing in, and finally having a competent running game to support our passing game. Finally having an offensive line to give us more than 2-3 seconds and not just let guys whiz by us, Our offense should be fixed. And if you're not happy about that, be pumped for our defense because Xavier Howard, big bucks, got paid, X in the no-fly zone. That's a top 2 corner. Give him whatever duty. Give him man, give him zone, give him a run game assignment. That man does it all 3 facets of the game. He gets picks. He forces fumbles. He's a turnover machine, a playmaking monster, and I'm so happy he's going to retire a Miami Dolphin, On the other side, we had Byron Jones, who restructured his contract, and he gets a lot of hate, but he is so athletic. I love that UConn boy. I really am so happy with his growth. As a player, I've loved watching him first at the Combine with just that ridiculous broad jump, and now to see him as a Dolphin just keep growing, willing to take a restructure to help the team out. We love to see that. That man could be a cornerback 1 on almost any team in the NFL, and he chooses to be a CB2 here. We love it. X and him, big bucks, locked down. Because then we got Nick Needham in the slot. We re-signed him on that second-round tender. I love it. As a UDFA, now the kid's 25, and he's been growing. Number 40, what a beast, what a story. Keep grinding, because Sam Madison and Pat Surtain are going to coach those corners up to the best of their ability. Xavier Howard's already talked about how he's excited to the next level he can unlock with those legends coaching him up. And all 3 of them are going to see leaps and bounds progress. Our young safeties, Javon Holland, young Ocho, the Snowman. That kid was the 4th-rated safety last year already. As a rookie, so hard to do, 2nd rounder out of Oregon. I'm so happy we added him. He's been electric in the secondary. I'll always talk about it. That little Ravens game, whizzing by, he's fire. And I'm so happy to see him do in year 2. Because our year 2 safety last year, and now entering year 3, Brandon Jones, one of my favorite Dolphins, number 29. Wow, oh wow, that kid out of Texas has been buzzing. He's a little bit smaller, but he makes plays. He also is Blitz Boy McGee. And I just love him in coverage, making plays as a box safety. Whatever he does, that kid is hard and a grinder. I love our young safety duo. If they can keep growing together, it'll be a sight to see in Miami. From the corner to the secondary, all that is fire. But then you get our D-line with Jalen Phillips. Hopefully he keeps progressing. He was pushing for the rookie sack record, and now he'll hopefully get double-digit sacks again this year. Christian Wilkins is the heartbeat of this defense. The soul, because Xavier Howard is the heartbeat. Christian Wilkins is the soul. He brings us alive with his energy and his vibe, and I love when he makes plays. I hope he has another great year for the Dolphins. Raekwon Davis, hopefully he stays a little healthier. We had great plays from Zach Sealer. It's a great group all around, and we brought back Ogbah on top of it. I love that, love that, love that. We've got to see how the linebackers shake out. Like I mentioned, Jalen Phillips, he's more of a pass rusher. Same thing with Andrew Van Ginkel. Jerome Baker's our only real solid middle linebacker who's not even that amazing. I like him, but he's got to show a little bit more. Hopefully in the draft, or we add someone, or maybe we sign someone who will help us in the run game. But between the D-line and the secondary, I'm pumped. Josh Boyer is back. He led the defense last year. Hopefully he leads it this year, how it was in the second half of the season. But I'm pumped as a Dolphins fan overall. Everywhere top to bottom. From players on offense, on defense, we've got exciting new guys. From new coaches and Mike McDaniel and the rest of the coaching staff, I'm excited to see what they can keep bringing to the table, where they can keep developing it. With all this positivity, with all this new energy, I think it's ridiculous to continue being negative. Guys, it's time to focus on being positive. If you want to pick some fights, go antagonize Patriots, Jets, and Bills fans. Go piss on some Chargers and some Bengals parades. It's time to focus on the Dolphins' positivity. If you want to be negative, there's plenty of other fan bases to go rile up, We're here to bring our Dolphins fans together. Be positive, guys. Fins up. We're going to the playoffs, and that's all that matters. Winning heals all, and we're going to be big. We're going to be booling, and when we make it to the playoffs, maybe we even make it to the divisional round, kumbaya, everybody, and we're going to be having a good time. So keep that positivity up, fins up, and let's see you in the regular season, hopefully. Boom.